Good afternoon and welcome to the Daytona International Speedway, where race week for the 2021 virtual 24 hours is now underway after Free Practice 1 gave the teams and drivers their first opportunity to hone their setups ahead of the race on the weekend. Free Practice 1 started with the prototypes on track for a 30-minute session, with the emphasis on those final tweaks to the setup before preparations turned to qualifying and the race itself. 5 minutes in, Alar Kanga in the number 21 Porsche was the early pace setter, along with defending champion Diego Campos and Peugeot's Timo Kinnaman. Honda looked good in the hands of Itzel Santiago, while Downton's Sam Hudson also got away well. The Quantum self-driving 00 car was also noticeably better than during test week, as high as 13th in the early running. The bad luck for high wind in prototype continued once again though, with Kimi Young failing to set a lap time after an incident out of the pit lane being hit by the number 12 Franklin Honda. Kinnaman was next to top the times, while teammate Barclay also sat towards the front. Just after the halfway mark, the number 69 Privateer Peugeot with Blaise Duval at the wheel also hit the front with a time good enough for third position, highlighting that fantastic pace from the Peugeot 9V8. The late pace was strong, with times falling everywhere. 0.2 of a second covered the top 5 times, with Itzel Santiago leading the session ahead of the 57 Cadillac of Victor Osberg, who put in an impressive late time. Jules Barclay was third, while fourth overall and fastest of the prototype AM cars was Duval. Kanga, Hudson and Campos followed, and with no fewer than 7 brands in the top 10, the competition certainly looks fierce as we head into race week. Here's how the rest of the drivers lined up. In GT, a second 30-minute session gave teams and drivers the chance to get ready for everything the rest of the week has to throw at them. The early benchmark was Felipe Cesar in the GT Daytona Honda NSX ahead of Porsche Team Lapierre Brumos duo Timo Klein and Alexei Novosinski, while Ray Miyamoto was the best of the true amateur drivers in the opening runs. Will Hoskins joined his teammate at the top after about 10 minutes, while the number 47 Dodge of Son Mi Ki moved to the front as well, with the Korean driver moving across from number 33 car that won't be competing in this weekend's race. Son improved further to second with 8 minutes to go, while Andrew Wright and Scott Parsons also continued to improve in the Cadillac and McLaren respectively. Son's upward trajectory continued though, taking to the head of the timesheets with 3 minutes to go, ultimately beating out Felipe Cesar by just over half a second, highlighting a dominant performance from Son and the number 47 Dodge team in first practice. The rest of the runners lined up as follows. Next up will be the first time the teams and drivers will face the unique challenge of nighttime running here at the Daytona International Speedway, with Free Practice 2 held under the floodlights here at Daytona Beach at around 8 PM. Join us later on for highlights of that session ahead of tomorrow's qualifying and Super Pole sessions before Saturday and Sunday bring us to the second annual running of the virtual 24-hour race.